Good afternoon, guys. We are Team IBM, and let's get started. So, firstly, the industry overview. So, according to the Computing Technology Industry Association, suggests that by 2020, the $5.2 trillion would be the size of the global information technology ecosystem, and more than 50 million industries and tech professionals who design, implement, manage, and safeguard the technology to the powers of the world's economy. As we are all aware, that rapid change is happening across the IT channel today, affecting business models, majorly concerning the competitive landscape, customer types, buying patterns, mergers and acquisition activity, and more. Technology and the business of selling it has grown more complex. So as you can see on the two graphs, the first representing the key categories of the information technology industry. In the global market, the leader is the devices plus infrastructure, whereas in the US market, the segment that has the most number of businesses in it is the IT plus business services. And as of 2020, the global IT industry growth rate is projected to hit 3.7% with a pessimistic approach of 1.95 and an optimistic approach of 5.5. So according to a survey which involves 700 multinationals and some small business, this were the four key findings. The first being that large enterprises are adopting emerging technology 10 times faster than what the small businesses are. Secondly, the implementation of the use of blockchain in their day-to-day basis, into their day-to-day activities. Thirdly, the financial services, the industry financial services are the earliest adopters of this technological change. And lastly, that the end-user security awareness is rising. So now for the company overview.
Right, so IBM, International Business Machines, is a US public tech, computer, and IT consulting company that has been operating since 1911 and operates now in 177 countries worldwide. Their headquarters are in New York, but they employ 350,000 people around the world. They are today the world's biggest tech company and the second largest in brand value. If we look at here, we see that the main operations are separated in 5 segments. We've got the connective solution, the global business services, the technology services and cloud platforms, the systems, and the global clients. Their main competitors are going to be Dell, Intel, and HP in the computer industry. And in the cloud computing industry, we have Google, Microsoft, Oracle, and other companies. They are currently working on partnerships with different companies from different industries, such as United Airlines, ExxonMobil, and even the Australian federal government.
So for the strength of IBM, as my partner would say, they operate for about 100 years, and which is built a strong brand image worldwide and in the consumer eye. On the other hand, they have many partners that already contributed by the employee for 100 years, and they was one of the first movers in the new tech. For example, they was one of the first tech company that ventured into cloud computing when it first came. And for the weakness, the immediately of the product service, which their competitor can easily duplicate their product and service due to it, because their generic strategy is minimal, stretching the products and service uniqueness. And additionally, IBM substantially invest a lot of money into their R&D, but the innovation of the company is lower compared to their competitor like Oracle and Intel. For the opportunity, since their product mix was low and not diversity, so they can easily invent and venture into new product service. And a threat, they were threatened by the regulation of government such as US and China blockade and trade embargo. Also, they put cyber attack is threatening companies that have cloud computing service like IBM. For the beta, we calculate the beta of IBM was 1.04, which indicated it have a slightly risk compared to the SP500. For the standard deviation, IBM was 2.81, which is make the return of IBM stock a bit volatile. For the risk factor, IBM, cyber security, and I just say, innovative workforce, and so that the talent, the new blood into the company is going to be shorted because technology industry they are growing and there's many sector in the company that share the talent and new blood. And failure to meet changing consumer behavior. The tech industry is changing rapidly, so if IBM cannot catch up with the consumer behavior, they will be eliminated.
Now we'll talk about the financial statements. So over the years, you can see from 2013 until 2018, because we based our data on 2018, the revenues decreased. So from almost 100 billion to 80 billion in 6 years, which means that the company is having difficulties in operations. Also, their operating income decreased from 20 billion to 12 billion. Also, their net income and their basic earnings per share, which decreased from 15 to 9.57 dollars per share. This is the volatility of the share price over the 5 years. So in 2015 it was 160 per share, then it went almost in the half of 2017 to 212, which meant that the company was expanding, was growing. Well, right now it's almost 134, which is decreasing, and it's not a good sign for the company. Comparing IBM to the companies that we chose for our comparables valuation, we can see that in the quick ratio, Oracle is the highest, which means that they are more able to pay their short-term debt, while IBM is in the average of between 1 and 1.5%, while the current ratio, still Oracle has the highest percentage, and IBM in the average. The debt to equity ratio, IBM is the highest, which means that the company has been aggressive in financing their growth through that. And the return on assets and return on equity, ROA has been between 10%, while ROE has been decreasing over the years. So for our comparable valuation, we took the share price.
Is there a way to magnify that a little bit? No?
So,
Can you magnify that a little bit, the slides? No? Oh, that's fine, I'll just come up with it.
for the comparables, so we took the share price of 2 weeks ago. We took the revenues, the book value, outstanding shares, and earnings of the 2018 because not all the companies had their financial statements of 2019, so we based our data on 2018. Then we calculated our market cap, our earnings per share, and book value. Then we calculated the price to sales of each company, the price to book ratio, and price to earnings, as you can see right here. Then we took the average, and we multiplied the average of each price to sales, price to book, and price to earnings times the data of IBM. And we found the valuation for the sales, the book value, and the earnings. And at the end, we came up with a value per share of $179 per share, which is reasonable, which means that the company right now is undervalued because it demonstrated the opportunity and the capability to be higher than it is right now.
So for the valuation basic information, initial sales would be 80 billion.
Yeah, sorry.
Just for a second. Can you just go over that?
Yeah. So we took the
So
share
those are
price.
the three. Okay.
Yeah, the funds. So we found the price to sales for each company, also the price to book, price to earnings. We took the average of each PS, PAP. Then we multiplied each times the IBM data, and we found that the valuation and the value per share of 179.68, which means that the company share price can be undervalued right now, because we demonstrated the capability to be higher in the last year.
So where did you get the 3.29? The average multiple?
It's here. It's the average.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I get it.
And then we found 179. And later on, my colleagues will talk about the
Got it.
valuations.
So your company and the best on the value at this moment?
We think it's
Based on
undervalued.
profit?
Yeah.
Good job.
Right now it's under 34, under 32, so it can be undervalued.
So for the basic information on valuation, the initial sales was $80 million. The growth rate after 5 years would be 2.1. The WACC is 6.45
How'd you get it?
10 times. So we base the growth rate on the size of the company and the economic outlook. Like it's just
Did you
projected.
take just the US?
No, we did a weighted average between the U.S. market, Japanese market, and the all Eurozone. Right now,
So those are the regions of the world where you have the
main
revenues.
markets.
Okay. Got it.
they account for more than 58 or something % of IBMs.
And you took the GDP growth rate approach and then you did a weighted average.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it came in at 2.1.
And they also included we're really conservative with the company. And
Okay.
So for the WACC, we took the risk period as 2.4, which was provided to us. For the equity risk premium, we got
So tell us,
5.
I know you provided, but that's still you tell me how you got that. So why don't you tell us? I know you would know because it's out of the value.
For 2.1.
Yeah, 2.4. How do we get a 2.4% risk-free rate? How does that get contributed?
the risk-free rate. So it was given, but how we did it is we took the risk-free rate and we took the spread between the T-bill, the 3-month T-bill and the 10-year T-bill. And yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
So for the equity risk premium, we got 5.6, which we subtracted the market rate of return, which was 8%, minus the risk-free rate, which was 2.4. That's how we got the 5.6. And we had the data.
How would you get the 8% on the risk? I know it was given to you, but what would be the rationale? How would you do that? We talked about that in class.
For risk free,
No. The market, the implied market.
we based on the industry.
But
The average of the industry returns, like average of the market. So the cost of equity was 8.24%. The cost of debt would be 3.42%. We got that by the long-term debt, which was 2.6%, which we got by dividing the annual interest payments by the total debts outstanding, and then we added the 0.75, which was the rating of the bond. That's the interest rate. So that's how we got the cost of that. So for the WACC, the share price was 120. The shares outstanding were 912
so
million.
tell me what the cost of that again? How to get that?
The cost of that was we calculated the long-term debt and the annual interest payments on that. We divided the both, so we got the number as 2.67%, and then we added the long-term, the bond rating, the interest spread, which was provided to us.
Is that the way it's supposed to be done? Do you think it's an appropriate way to get cost of debt? Where you have debt that's outstanding, it should be outstanding for 20 years, 30 years, 25 years, long-term debt. And you look at the payment on that, debt services. Or you think it would be better if you took a look at the interest coverage ratio, which is something that you get
So
discussed.
we have done.
And then you take a look at the interest coverage ratio, and you take a look at, what your weighting is, the corresponding spread is, and add that to the risk-free rate that's been provided.
So we calculate.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and take care of that? Okay, don't want to waste time on it. Take care of that by 11:59 p.m. today. Okay, change that and send it out. Okay, go ahead. That'll throw off your calculation for this. Let's redo that.
So we're back of 6.454%.
That'll change.
So as per the performance analysis, we predicted sales growth for the next 5 years. The cost, working capital, which remains stagnant because we can't really predict the current assets, the changes in the current assets and the current liabilities. The fixed assets increase, but very gradually due to the investment they are making in the company. The depreciation, the same as the working capital, because the capex will be measurable for the next 4 years. As the lifetime of the equipment won't be predictable, and the SG&A increases as they will require more administrative staff in order to cope up with the investment they make. So now over to Nico.
So the following chart shows the aggregation of the different items we use for the free cash flow calculation. So basically, only here shows the operating cash flow, but I just wanted to show how the different revenues and costs increase over the years into 2023. Here is just the remaining, the top one is going to show the free cash flow. So we took the last year, 2023, and we calculated using the terminal growth after year 6, the continued growth, and we applied the DDM model to calculate this terminal value of 220 billion, and then we added together all the cash flows in order to run it through the MPV formula in Excel to calculate the value of the firm that was valued at 203 billion. We subtracted the market value of debt, which is 45 billion, and we came up with an intrinsic value of common stock.
Market value of debt was what?
Was 45 billion. We got the 45 billion from the financial statement.
What is it include? What does it include? The market value.
Due to the I know that the bonds, the average from the bonds, market value through debt and bonds, it's coming 2023 from the bonds.
Take a look at that. Okay, take a relook at it.
So we came up with $172 per share in order to calculate then the 12-month target price. We took our upcoming year, in this case 2019, and we ran it as was our present year. And the following years, we just calculated them up to 4. So basically the same process we did to calculate the intrinsic values of the common stock. But in this case, it gave us 170 billion, which is a total of $187 per share.
All right.
It gave you 187 billion?
$187 per share.
Based on?
Based on the 12-month target price.
So you know what you have to do on this, right?
Recalculate the
You probably have to do the same thing for this method as well. Cost of debt. And you guys should know what the risk-free rate is and why it's given to you, but you should know what that is. Plus, you should know what the implied market return is. We talked about that. We went through and did the calculation on how you would do that, but it was given to you. You were not required to do it.
Right. So finally, we use the residual earnings valuation. It's a valuation method that uses the present value of all the residual earnings and discounted it at the cost of equity. So first, we calculated the earnings per share, the dividend per share, and the book value per share of the current year. We then forecasted it over 5 years using the previously calculated growth rates. Then we got the return on cost of capital employed using the product of the previous year's BPS and the current year's EPS. Then we calculated the return, the residual earnings by doing the current EPS minus the product of the previous year's EPS and the required return rate of 8.224. And then we got the present value using the discount rate. And to get the value per share, we just added the current year's BPS to the present value of all the residual earnings and the present value of the continuing value. And we got $188.92, which means that the stock is undervalued.
Okay, so you use the same cost of equity as you did to calculate your WACC for this DCF? Okay. Yeah, the cost of debt out here does not apply. So as long as your cost of equity was done right, okay? So you used your 5.6 ERP, and how did you get the beta?
We run
I take the information on SP500 and then get the second one minus the first one, divide by the first one,
the rate.
the rate.
3 years regression looking rates of the SP
Compared to the IBMs.
So you did a regression analysis,
Yeah.
3 years weekly. How does it compare with the published beta figure?
From 2018 or 20
Same
same day.
Same period.
Same day as today. It is it has a difference of the published one is 1.3124.
The beta is 1.35 yen. Published.
Like 1.39.
Sorry?
It's 1.392.
Did you do the covariance formula as well, in addition to that?
I didn't do the combined. I just ran the regression.
And you compare that to the published. What was the difference?
IBM's doing data. Seconds loading.
I mean, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is tell me what your calculation was here and what the published beta is. You probably
And
have it.
looking for the.
Sorry? Yes, that's yours.
No, that's the public.
And yours was?
Pretty
simple. Okay. That's how you got your cap at your cost effect. Okay, good. So, what do you guys say?
Based on everything everybody said, that the company was undergoing like a lot of R&D investment and a lot of ROCI in order to increase its growth and go back to what it was 5 years ago. Especially like 2 years ago, it encountered a huge unexpected expense that consumed about almost 50% of its net income. We actually believe that the stock has is like intensively being sold, hence we believe it's undervalued. And depending on the risk whereas the investors willing to take, we will be seeing that long in the coming 3 years, 4 years to 2023. Hence, there will be a return on the investment up to 50%, because as it said in 2018 10K, or the annual investors report, it says by 2022, 2023, the current R&D and long-term investments will be start getting online.
So basically, you're looking at long-term return on this. So
Yeah.
if you have a long-term horizon, you could keep that.
Yes.
You're gonna have to make the
And if also depends on the type of investor you are. IBM is known to like provide up to $12 per share per all the investors annually. So that's also something you should take.
Sounds good.